Hello viewers, welcome to the Suzuka circuit. Yes, we are in Japan. It's race number 7 of the GTCC 602 Championship. And I think it's going to be an exciting event. But first, let's check out the driver rankings. After Brands Hatch last week.
Hey there race fans, welcome back to the GTCC 2024. Today we are racing at Suzuka in Japan for race number 7 of the series. Last week, race number 6 was Brands Hatch in the UK, where we had some really mixed results. Let's run through the grid order. As you know, the finishing order for Brands Hatch last week will be the starting order for the drivers for this week at Suzuka. So let's run through them all. As you know, I won the race, so I start in position number 1 on pole, driving the Toyota Celica GT4. In position number 2 is Mikey Doble in the Maserati Gran Turismo S. Then in third we have Adam Morgan driving the Jaguar F-Type. He's up a couple of places. Then, no surprise, we have Aaron Tyler Smith in the Subaru Impreza Coupe. That car is so well rounded, it'll do well in just about any situation. Then we have in position number 5 Andrew Watson in the Porsche Cayman GT4. He actually started in 12th last week and moved his way up to 5th. So I think we can expect a lot more good things from the Cayman GT4. Then in position number 6 we have Ashley Sutton in the Toyota MR2. I think this is the only mid-engine car we've got out here on the track for the GTCC, and he's holding his own towards the middle of the top 10. Then our first out of the 2 front-wheel drive cars we have is Josh Cook in position number 7 in the Honda Civic Type R. Chris Smiley in the BMW M2 is holding position number 8, with Sam Osborne in 9th behind him in the Mercedes AMG. In position 10 we have Daryl DeLeon driving the Falcon Ford Mustang GT. In position 11, Daniel Rowbottom in the other front-wheel drive hatchback, only a couple of places behind Josh Cook, so I think we might have a battle on our hands between those 2 front-wheel drive cars as we progress through the series. Then we have in 12th, Rob Huff in the Toyota GR Supra. 13th, Dan Camish in the Nissan GTR Premium. That's a 2017 model. Behind him we have the 1997 model in the R33 driven by Tom Chiltron. So we've got the 2 Skylines doing battle together in the middle of the grid. 15th we have Aidan Moffat in the Alfa Romeo Giulia. He's moved up a couple of places. Glad to see that. Then we have Colin Turkington in the Nissan Fairlady Z in 16th. Nick Halstead clawing back 1 or 2 positions after a really horrendous couple of races with the Aston Martin. We are looking to see a lot more from him. Quite surprising, these 2 drivers in 17th and 18th, with Nick Halstead in the Aston and Tom Ingram in the Porsche 911. Those 2 cars definitely capable of being in the top 5, but both of them not really having great races over the last 2. So yep, I think today will be a test for these 2 guys. Then we have Jake Hill in the Honda S2000 in 19th and Dan Zelos in the Audi TTS, rounding up the back of the field with the Audi. We're hoping that these 2 will be able to find their niche and get into their groove and start making up a few more points, because they've been holding up the back grid positions for pretty much the entire race series thus far. But let's get out to the track and we'll start racing, and hopefully we have a good race out here today. Right, we are here at Suzuka, and let's have a look at the weather conditions at this point in time at the start of the race, while the drivers are out doing a couple of sighting laps and getting the measure of the track and the track conditions. So looking at the satellite picture, we don't seem to have any weather coming in from anywhere at this point in time, but that could change. As you know, we have custom weather that could change at any time through the course of the race. All drivers though have every single tyre type required for any given the situation out here. They've got hards, mediums, softs, intermediates and heavy wets. So yep, everybody well prepared for what might come. So hopefully we have a nice clean race today with nice warm weather. But look, there is a little bit of cloud cover in the distance there, so we're not sure if that may change. Nonetheless, it's time to get racing, so we'll see you at the track. Let's get going. Here we are waiting for the green light. 3, 2, and away we are. Look at that Maserati just flying through on the right hand side there. The Jaguar getting past as well as Aaron Tyler Smith in the Subaru, Sam Osborne behind in the silver Mercedes. As you can see us coming through the corner there, looking at the back end of Aaron Tyler Smith and Aaron Tyler Smith and Adam Morgan. Mikey Doble way out in the lead in the Maserati. The two four-wheel drive cars going side by side around the corner. We get the better of Aaron Tyler Smith, now chasing Adam Morgan's Jaguar, the HSBC Jaguar, an absolutely amazing machine there. Four-wheel drive drift right through the corner there, losing a bit of time, so the Jaguar is going to get away from us. The Subaru behind us fighting it out with Sam Osborne in the AMG Mercedes, but we chasing the HSBC Jaguar of Adam Morgan while he's trying to get onto the back of Mikey Doble's Maserati. Oh, getting the car slid out there, looking like he's using a bit of handbrake turn there to get the car's nose pointed in the right direction. Not sure if that is the best idea for the tyres of the Castrol Celica, but the little car is going really well so far, looking nice and clean, trying to catch that slipstream of the Jaguar. Mikey Doble's still way out in the lead, not much anybody can do about it right now. He's got clean air, slightly wide, getting the two outside tyres on the grass, inside tyres on the grass on the other side now as the Celica comes flying through, chasing Adam Morgan's Jaguar. Here you can see a wider shot of the field. Aaron Tyler Smith still ahead of that silver Petronas AMG as we see the Castrol Toyota coming past. Lovely little car this, and it is really doing so well out here with that four-wheel drive system. It looks like Aaron Tyler Smith is under attack by Sam Osborne. Osborne gets through. I'm chasing the Jaguar still. He seems to be getting away from us, and we've got a problem now because Sam Osborne in that lightning quick AMG has gotten past Aaron Tyler Smith, who was holding him up, and it looks like we're going to be having a battle with that AMG sometime very soon down the long straight. Here you can see the Mercedes in the back there in the background as we cross the start finish line into lap 2, looking really quick coming through here, hard on the brakes, cutting the apex as tightly as possible. Another four-wheel slide, and we've got a penalty. We're going to need to move over, count that penalty down, which we've done, and Sam Osborne goes through as a result of that. Now we drop into 4th position, back into 3rd around the outside, getting the two tyres onto the sand, and wow, slightly into the side of the AMG there, but a little bit of over grind is expected towards the front end of the grid. Everybody fighting as hard as they can for as many points as they can in this competition. I think a lot of people are going to be wanting to get ahead of the Castrol Celica, seeing that that has only come second once. The rest of the time we have won all of the races with that car, so I think we've definitely got a target on our back. And man, not getting the corner quite right there again, getting the car all sideways. Another penalty as you see me moving over to the right hand side, letting the Mercedes by, and we've got the Subaru now right on our tail with the Porsche trying to get past him, and looks like he may have got that right coming down the inside, but no, Aaron Tyler Smith onto the power really early on with the Subaru and getting it back in front of the GT4 Cayman. We are chasing Sam Osborne's AMG, chasing him hard. He's making a little bit of a gap of us on us, and Adam Morgan and Mikey Doble in position 1 and 2 are just legging it away from everybody in the field right now. Aaron Tyler Smith is behind us, and it looks like yes, it is the Ford Mustang has gotten past the GT4 Cayman and is now challenging Aaron Tyler Smith Subaru behind us, coming up to the really high-speed bend here. We really just tiny little touches onto the brakes, trying to maintain as much speed as possible through that left-hander, hard on the brakes at the 100 mark, waiting for the turn to widen up before we turn into it and get a nice clean entry and a clean exit. Mikey Doble puts down the quickest time of the lap, a 2:21.955. There he is, right down at the other end of the straight as we try to get onto the back of Sam Osborne's AMG and try to get a slipstream, but he's too far away for that. We're going to have to rely on the car's brakes and lightness to try to make up ground through the turny section of the race. You can see, going wide, not quite getting the turns right, getting back onto the track with enough space to get in front of the Subaru. He's got the Mustang right on his rear bumper and the Porsche right on his, and it's looking really tight through 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th position as we come past the bends again, sliding the car slightly, coming through there and trying to get the better of Sam Osborne, trying to get better lines than the AMG. Four-wheel drive system allowing us to put the pedal to the metal, maybe a little bit better than the rear-wheel drive cars like that. AMG has got really huge amounts of power only onto the back wheels, but nonetheless, those three in front of us, the Mercedes of Sam Osborne, the Jaguar of Adam Morgan and the Maserati of Mikey Doble, seeming to be the drivetrain of choice. Front engined rear wheel drive cars, all three of them are right up at the front of the grid. We're chasing hard with the Toyota Celica. What is going to play into our favour is this car is really good with the tyre wear and fuel consumption, so we might be able to stay out a little bit longer and get a little bit better use out of our tyres and fuel. So no changes behind us. The Mustang still chasing Aaron Tyler Smith. Daryl DeLeon in position number 6 in that Mustang. Andrew Watson behind him in the Porsche Cayman GT4. We blast down the straight, coming up towards the high-speed bend, catching the apex, riding all the way out to the outside, maintaining as much speed as possible onto the brakes again. As we see the Jaguar and the AMG coming past, we're not too far behind. We've got a Subaru, a Mustang and a Porsche chasing us really hard, with another GTR behind that, and Adam Morgan is going into the pits, as is Cavish. So we're going to move up a position now. There we go, into 3rd, chasing Sam Osborne, and yeah, Mikey Doble still out in 1st position as we get the car slightly into a slide again. That's going to let that Subaru behind us catch up. Aaron Tyler Smith not going to allow any mistakes to go unpunished. He's going to close that door as quickly as possible. Sam Osborne now puts down the quickest time of the lap. I'm not sure if it was this lap or the lap before, but 2:20.154 for the Petronas AMG driver. Mikey Doble's still in the lead. Osborne in 2nd now with the AMG. Aaron Tyler Smith behind us in the Subaru with the Mustang of Jared DeLeon right on his heels as we go wide again into the sand, trying to get the 4-wheel drive system to grip through that thick sand. Not working very well, but the gap that we had between us and Aaron Tyler Smith now significantly smaller, and the gap in between us and Sam Osborne in front significantly larger as he catches up to the back of Mikey Doble. Will we see an upset here today and see that Sam Osborne can get ahead of that Maserati with the AMG? That would be quite something to see, because that Maserati has actually been almost unbeatable by anybody else in the field. The only one to do that is Ashley Sutton in the little MR2, besides for our Celica that you're looking at right now. But it's been a rather clean race so far. Touch wood, that is the way it stays. The Mustang gets past, and we got the pony car behind us. Ashley Sutton now into 5th position with DeLeon in 4th behind us in the Mustang. really quick car that on the straights, but I'm not sure about its capabilities through the turns. Maybe not as agile as the all-wheel drive system on the Toyota Celica. Mikey Doble and Sam Osborne going into the pits now. Those are positions 1 and 2, and we are in third now, about to move into position number 1. And a couple of other people going into the pits now as well. We move into position number 1, and that is going to change the lineup behind us. But it is Aaron Tyler Smith in the Subaru. Whoa, getting it quite wild there through the turns, sliding it all sideways, and it's another penalty. As you see, I move over to the right, tap off the gas, just in case Aaron Tyler Smith is close enough to get the pass done. We don't want to hinder anybody else's races, but he's got Andrew Watson right behind him now in the Porsche. Everybody, all the top 3 cars now, myself in first, Aaron Tyler Smith in second, Andrew Watson in third, Ashley Sutton in fourth. These cars are all running really well with fuel consumption and tyre wear, with us being able to stay out longer than those big muscly V8s that have all gone in early. Oh, a bit of a jump over that curb, getting the car hopping across sideways. We managed to maintain the line, though. We might have lost a bit of time there with that little escapade, but as you can see, Aaron Tyler Smith right back onto the back of us now, nice and close after the mistake, closing up the ground. Andrew Watson, though, seeming to have fallen off the back of Aaron Tyler Smith's Subaru, taking it a little bit wide, maybe not getting that line quite as sharp as we would have liked to. The Subaru capitalizing on that. Aaron Tyler Smith trying to get that slipstream onto the back of the Celica and see if he can shoot by us. I've moved over to the right, he's on the racing line to the left, maybe not utilizing the slipstream as well as he could. But a quick dab on the brakes through the turn, and we maintain first position onto the brakes, into the right, left, right, onto the start finish straight with the Subaru right on our tail, the GT4 right on his tail, and behind him is Ashley Sutton, Aaron Tyler Smith and Andrew Watson now both going into the pits. And now again we have the 2 Toyotas up front, the Celica in position number 1, the MR2 in position number 2, as a huge field of drivers going in to the pits. Tyler Smith, Andrew Watson, Josh Cook, Tom Ingram, Rob Huff and Tom Chilton all going in for more tyres and more fuel. We are staying out with the Castrol Celica, and the Advan MR2 staying out as well. You can see this absolute speed and grip that this little Toyota Celica has going through that turn, absolutely on it and sideways with those racing mediums. The tyres are starting to look a little bit worn now, more than halfway done on the left front, slightly better off on the right front. Those tyres taking quite a beating, as you can see there, hopping over the curbs, fighting for grip. But the Celica looking rather planted out there. Sam Osborne, though, still has the quickest lap of the race in the Petronas AMG Mercedes. You can see there just how big that gap is between us and Ashley Sutton at this point in time. We are seeming to pull away from the little MR2. That said, that MR2 will probably do at least one more lap than we will on his tyres and fuel. Toyota Celica is such an iconic car. Really glad that I was left with that after all the drivers had done their spins on the random wheels to select their cars. I was left with the last car standing, which was the Toyota Celica, and not that I would have minded any of the cars that are in this entire lineup. I would have enjoyed driving any one of them, but have seemed to gel really nicely with the Toyota Celica. Down we go into the pits, and there's the pit crew waiting for us. We are using mediums. Everybody else seeming to go for the hard compound, so I'm not sure if that is why we are doing as well as we are, because they do have access to the softs and mediums as well, but I'm not sure why the other drivers are all going for the hards. As you see, Ashley Sutton is actually in with us. He's taking the hards as well, coming out of the pits right behind us. But there's the GT4 flying past in the right hand side as we come out of the pits. Chris Smiley in the Hankook BMW just manages to get ahead of Sutton's MR2. Behind him you can see Cook in the Honda Civic Type R in blue and yellow. You might just see him coming around the corner. Nope, the camera switches over to the view, but we are now back into 4th position after the shambles of all the pit stops happening, and we've taken Adam Morgan in the Jaguar, managing to get ourselves enough of a lead in time to get in front of the Jaguar. Now we're going to take on Osborne, get him in the turns, but that AMG is really a force to be reckoned with on the straight, so I'm not sure if we will be able to keep it out there over the straights. But chasing Mikey Doble again, Sam Osborne behind us in the Petronas AMG, the silver car, still with the quickest lap at a 2:20.154. That is going to be quite something to beat. So we're using as much track as possible. 2 tyres on the grass. Car sliding slightly, probably after the little bit of a run onto the grass, but onto the rumble strips on the outside of the track, trying to get the slipstream on Mikey Doble's Maserati. That car tremendously powerful. Also right with him, we are right with Mikey Doble, taking the inside line here. Who will brake first? It looks like it was the Maserati that got on the brakes first. We take the turns. He got the advantage of the inside there, and will he beat us around the corner? We are in front. A drag race down the start-finish straight between the Toyota Celica and the Maserati. The Celica slightly ahead. I hit the brakes first. Maserati comes past. Mikey Doble takes the lead. I take it back onto the grass, trying to keep it clean, and on the inside Doble gets the outside and gets the car around the Celica. We're back into 2nd position, and Sam Osborne just watching the action from position number 3, waiting for a mistake so he can pounce and take the position back. But we get a great inside line past Mikey Doble into position number 1. Doble now chasing in his black and blue Maserati, taking a really wide line there. 2 tyres on the sand, getting the traction maybe slightly compromised, but still holding it. The Maserati looking a little more composed than the Celica at this point in time. We're just absolutely on the power, trying to keep a lead above over a car that is arguably much quicker in the straights, at least. We know that for sure. But the Celica with that 4-wheel drive system definitely has the advantage, although we do have a little bit of understeer with the car. Wow, getting the car wide. Mikey Doble giving us a little bit of a bump on the back end. Not much damage, or no damage to show for it, so obviously able to stop the car without significant damage to our rear wing. But here he comes down the inside. He's going to get this pass done by the look of it. Yes, he does. Around the outside, the Subaru holds the ground a little bit better, and we get the first place back. Mikey Doble not going to want to settle for that. You can see him planning that next attack on the start-finish straight here, but obviously not to be, as he dives into the pits looking for fuel. He's only got 20 litres or 20% fuel, and he's going to probably keep the same tyres, so jump straight in and put some fuel in. But everybody else going into the pits, besides for Andrew Watson, or Aaron Tyler Smith, I beg your pardon, Aaron Tyler Smith, Andrew Watson, Ashley Sutton, Josh Cook, those are the top 5 with me in front. Toyota Celica really being a good car for us. Sam Osborne's time still not beaten yet. The 2:20.154, still a formidably quick time, or an amazingly quick time. But we're definitely going to go for it and see if we can improve on that 2:20.154. Looking like the car is definitely capable of it. Oh, maybe not this lap. Getting the car slightly sideways. Getting the power down with the wheel turned. Gets the car sliding and back onto the grass. Fortunately, the marshals were lenient and didn't give us a penalty there. So the chances of a quickest lap this time around are definitely not there. You can hear the car's tyres squealing for grip. After that stint off the track, they will be a bit dirty and not able to grip to the optimum amount. And there behind us is Aaron Tyler Smith in the Subaru. He's definitely been able to make up some ground after those mistakes. Slightly over the barriers there. Not sure if that will give us a penalty. That's very, very... Actually, it doesn't. That was quite strange. It was very, very close. I actually thought we might have been penalised there, but we weren't. 2 seconds behind that quickest time of Aaron Tyler Smith. That with a couple of mistakes, so it might be possible to get that quickest lap with the Celica if we can keep it clean the entire way around the track. There is quite a big gap between us and Aaron Tyler Smith right now. There we go, around the turn. Again, nobody near the back of us right now. Aaron Tyler Smith only just taking that turn. You might see him coming to the picture as we round the corner here. There we go. And the Subaru definitely making up a lot of ground between us and that Subaru. This is almost looking too easy. It's maybe definitely too early to be counting any chickens. Don't count those chickens before they hatch. But 23 minutes into the race, so we've got less than 7 minutes left. A lot can happen in that time. The Celica looking dominant right now, with the other all-wheel drive car of Aaron Tyler Smith, the Subaru Impreza, in second, Not a very close second right now though, as you can see. But nonetheless, the little Japanese cars ahead of the big muscle cars. Aaron Tyler Smith goes into the pits, as does Andrew Watson and Josh Cook and Tom Ingram in the Porsche. He's having a better race this time around by the look of it. He was in 6th when he went into the pits. He will be dropping positions now as the other drivers start overtaking, but Ashley Sutton in the MR2 is back into 2nd position. Mikey Doble behind him in the Maserati. Adam Morgan's Jaguar in 4th. Sam Osborne in the AMG Mercedes in 5th. Daryl DeLeon in the Mustang in 6th. And we have Aaron Tyler Smith back out of the pits now in position number 7, driving the Subaru as we come past the cameras. Oh, another big slide, keeping it right on the apex, drifting it right outside to the rumble strips on the outside on the left there, and looking like a perfect line almost. I'm not sure if that was calculated or not, but definitely a nice showboat move by the Toyota Celica. Tyres looking about halfway done on the front, so it's probably close to time for the Toyota Celica to come into the pits and refuel and switch tyres. Maybe a lap or 2 left. But the Celica all on its own at the moment. Whoa! Tyres may be an issue, or maybe that was a bit of a concentration lapse, because the car went really far off the track. I'm presuming that was more of a lapse in concentration. Mikey Doble's just smashed the lap time of Sam Osborne. Sam Osborne had a 2:20. Whoa, Mikey Doble again smashes it to a 2:14. It was a 2:15 before that, down to a 2:14. So almost 6 seconds quicker than the time set by Sam Osborne in the AMG. Adam Morgan going into the pits with the Jaguar now. He had very little fuel left, only 1% left. So trying to eke out as much time on the track as he can. It's lap number 12. Only about 2.5 minutes left of the race. So I think it's about time for the Celica to go to the pits. You can see there's definitely a compromise in the handling. He's going wide on those turns now. I think that's getting more and more dangerous for him to keep those tyres on. For me to keep the tyres on, I should say. Doble has passed Ashley Sutton, as you can see that Maserati, into 2nd position. With a quickest lap time like that, I am not surprised that it is catching up to the Celica again. The car drifts wide. You can see how composed Mikey Doble is in the Maserati behind there in comparison. Excuse me. The fuel light is flashing. It's going to be touch and go whether we've got enough fuel to finish this lap by the look of it. The Maserati getting all the closer, and this is looking pretty dangerous. Maseratis all over the back of us. The MR2 in 3rd position. In we go to the pits. We're going to drop into to drop positions now like anything. Mikey Doble has also gone in. Ashley Sutton also gone in. The top three are in the pits right now. Who's going to have the quickest pit stop? Who's going to get out and be able to hold the lead? We've got more and more people coming in now, and well, the top four now into the pits. That's Sam Osborne, me, Ashley Sutton, Mikey Doble, everybody putting in fuel. Doble's got 29 litres, I've put in 20. We've got enough. Oh, we come out behind Ashley Sutton in the MR2. Not a very good thing to come out and know that you're behind a slower car, but managed to get the gap, slide the car around. The tyres are cold, but using their lack of grip to slide the car around the corner and get the apex, get past the MR2. Now the chase is on, trying to chase down Mikey Doble, the quickest man on the track. Put the pressure on and see if we can get him to make some mistakes. Get him to back down a little bit. We get past. Into first position, Mikey Doble chasing in the Maserati. Celica hopping over the curbs. Maybe not the wisest of moves on the final lap of the race. Jumping over curbs and risking a spin out. But the Celica is in the lead. The Maserati right on our tail. Ashley Sutton's MR2 in third position, trying to hold off Jared De Leon's Mustang, but this is the lead of the race, held by the Toyota Celica, with Mikey Doble behind in the Maserati, sliding the MR2, getting the car off the track. Maserati looking for a way around the outside, can't quite get it done. The Subaru defending, oh, not the Subaru, the Celica defending. Mikey Doble absolutely, without a doubt, quick on in a straight line. We take up the centre line of the track, trying to make sure that it's as difficult as possible for him to get past. He backs off, stays behind, round the corner, onto the brakes at 100 metres, taking the apex as tight as possible, into the left-hander, into the right-hander, and now we take the gradual turn around onto the start-finish straight, with the Maserati trying to hunt us down over the line, but a car length separates us. It's another victory for the Castrol Toyota Celica GT4, with Mikey Doble in second in the Maserati Gran Turismo S. Ashley Sutton gets another podium with the MR2 Toyota. That little car is such a surprise. An excellent race by the MR2. Ashley Sutton taking third position. So here are the final finishing positions for Suzuka in Japan. It's me in the Celica GT4 in first. Second place, Mikey Doble in the Gran Turismo S Maserati. Third place, Ashley Sutton in the MR2 GTS. Fourth place, Daryl De Leon in the Mustang. Fifth place, Aaron Tyler Smith in the Impreza WRX. In sixth place, Josh Cook up with the Civic Type R. Andrew Watson in the Cayman GT4 comes in 7th. Tom Ingram's Porsche all the way up into 8th position. Then in position number 9, Chris Smiley in the M2 competition. 10th, Sam Osborne in the Mercedes AMG. I'm surprised about that. I would have thought he'd be a lot closer to the front, as I am with Adam Morgan in the Jaguar. He's only in 11th. Rob Huff in the Supra in 12th. 13th position held by Tom Chilton in the R33 Skyline. In 14th, Colin Turkington in the Fairlady Z. Nick Halstead in 15th position in the Aston Martin. Daniel Rowbottom in the Volvo V40 holds 16th position. Then in 17th, Dan Camish in the GTR. 18th position, Aidan Moffat in the Giulia GTA. Then we have Jake Hill in the S2000 and in 19th position, and Dan Zelos again, poor guy, in 20th position again in the Audi TTS Coupe. But quite an amazing race out here today. We'll finish up with another short cinematic of the race. But drive safely, guys. Take care. We'll see you next time on the track.